Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
Memobi biara kwa ba eba PENDREAM TV. Say we are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, like a video no na share ma afofron so ensa enkabi. Na we every Johnnie Hughes akache na odi ensembi atujwa ya watu bi amane eye Vice President and as the current flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Bawumia, and Afinsono, Nana Adodankwa Okufuado. Na Winsono, a sign comma MPP, Amanyoko Nina. Ebrana MPP, Epetumino, Dr. Bawumia, and Afinsono, Nana Adodankwa Okufuado, Eshe Ghana for Bosse. Omoba abaimwa ombeshe se ombe make a strong city and I say ombe to Ghana ye economy and sensem huye na Dr. Bawumia so editujwa emrebi etwa mu se omoba abaimwa enyuma ebebuso ama Ghana for and I say manfo anya bi aye and also Emma John Boyd so ebeka asem bi se enyuma sem ena Ghana for ye pair and I say enyuma sem na Ghana for ye kan MPP ebema enyuma abusu ewo omai Ghana to the extent say you be imported enkofo afri omai for so Emma omabeye ejuma ewo omai Ghana eno ena Johnnie Hughes ebisa Dr. Bawumia say adentina say he is focusing on digitalization. Yeah, we're Johnnie Afri the economic management team. Now, Johnnie Hughes, Etwa and Samson, I just said they are blaming everything. And I say MPP, Eddie blames Emma external factors, Russia, Ukraine war, COVID, and I think so other factors are aka except themselves. And some way, ne and some who will be na other two job. My person will become home. Ne yakoti send Johnnie Hughes. I can't answer. Say we new waha subscribe to the channel no like a video no na share ma afofron so ensa enkebi. Come home. Na yentie sani Johnnie Hughes. I can't answer.
And it is your welcome to the 1st of February 2024, a brand new month. There's a new tax collection of emissions levy. It begins on the 1st of February, and we are welcoming you with it. Where's the flyer? Please put it up for me quickly. Yes, so collection of emissions levy begins February 1, 2024, and it is self-explanatory, right? So there's a conversation always about tax mobilization and tax utilization, and the people who collect the taxes sometimes say that, oh, the people don't like to pay taxes, and then the people who the taxes are collected from say we don't see what our taxes are being used for. So that gap has to be bridged. There's a lacuna. But today, collection of emissions levy begins on February 1. What it means is that if you have vehicles that are generating this, if you're driving and all of that, even if you're a passenger, you pay some because the cost will be transferred to you by the driver. If it's a truck driver, Okada, taxi, Uber, Yango, Bolt, a Shaxi, whatever it is, they will transfer it onto you. That's the first one. The second one is that I went to Osu. In fact, I saw it, but my good friend Latechheij also saw it and took a photo of it and sent it to me. Now, this is by the Allied filling station around that area, adjacent that place, close to the Osu police station. It's a light pole, all right, a street light pole that is almost falling, right? It's hanging, it's almost falling. It's right there in the middle of the street, and this could cause an accident. This could cause an accident. We do not have to wait for it to cause an accident before we come crying. So MTTD, the local assembly, urban roads, all of you who are connected and have to work on this, please, this is not good. This is in Osu. This is in Osu. I'm sure that some people in authority have seen it. This is in Osu, in Accra. This photo was taken around 2:30 a.m.-ish, so you won't see anybody there. But this is in Osu. So imagine if a truck is on this lane and then another small vehicle is on the other lane. How are they going to manage? And this connects to a T-junction. This is in Osu, Allied filling station. It's just by the police station. And I'm sure that there are MTTD police people there at Osu as well. So I'm just saying good morning to you. And we need to wake up and smell the coffee. It's important that we do. Now, this morning, I want to quickly, can you find me Dr. Bawumia's photo, please? Because I haven't heard and seen Dr. Bawumia in a while. And I was asking myself, where is our vice president? And what has our vice president been up to? And is the fact that he has become the flag bearer of the NPP taking his attention from his vice presidential duties? Because you see, in the run-up to the primaries, we saw people leave their jobs. ministers, deputy ministers, MPs. We saw CEOs, director generals. We saw them leave their job to follow Dr. Bawumia around to campaign. And they were campaigning at the time when they were supposed to be working for us, and they were drawing salaries. We know ball. But then, where is our vice president? Because our vice president is the head of our economic management team. And these days, you have heard people say that, oh, he was not allowed to do the work, and he was not the one in charge of the economy. He was in charge of digitalization and what. So when did that dichotomy come? At what point did that dichotomy come? Because there's a video of Vice President Bawumia, right? And there's a video of him telling us how the economic management team is amazing. How the economic management team is amazing. It's a CSIS, video. I will play that for you, a short video, a series of videos by Vice President Dr. Bawumia. And that conversation that, oh, he was not in charge of the economy, I think that whoever is pushing that idea must stop it quickly. Because in the past, we were told that John Mahama was not, as vice president, even in charge of the economic management team, because he was so incompetent that somebody had to be brought from outside to come and chair the economic management team. And that this time around, we have had a vice president who is also the head of the economic management team, like what Professor Mills was. So that was not it was not a debate at all. It was not a debate at all. So how is it that now that thing is being pushed to us? Then the second thing that is being pushed to us is that, oh, Vice President Bawumia has his own vision. He will be his own man, and that all the things that happen now is President Akufo-Addo that did it and all of that. And I asked that question, but where did we draw that from? I thought that in the past, not so long ago, even as recent as 2022, when you have government communicators and party communicators appear in media, they say under the leadership of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and his vice president, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. So now why are we trying to, disassociate and try to extricate and exonerate Dr. Bawumia of anything? I find it surprising, because as far as I know, Dr. Bawumia is my vice president. As far as I know, Dr. Bawumia is supposed to be the second man in charge. As far as I know, Dr. Bawumia is supposed to be the one who acts when President Akufo-Addo is not around. As far as I know, Dr. Bawumia is supposed to be the man who is supposed to be the economic whiz kid, as we were told. As far as I know, Dr. Bawumia is supposed to be the man who used to work at the Bank of Ghana, who knew where the money was, and he was coming to show us, according to Nana Addo. As far as I know, Dr. Bawumia is the economic whiz kid. So today, in our crisis situation, if we have any fresh ideas, we should be seeing our vice president at the forefront. In the past, our vice president would have organized lectures and all of that. You listen to what Vice President Bawumia said about the economic management team. Listen to him.
We've put in place a very first-class economic management team. I would even say world-class, because the Minister of Finance, the very known Wall Street banker, investment banker, really high achiever. The former Minister of Finance, who is deputy chair, vice chair of the economic management team, Yao Safo-Mafo, he was voted at one time the best finance minister in Africa by the World Economic Forum, and many others. They're just a solid, capable group of individuals who have come together to manage the team, and we meet every week without fail, and so we have a laser-eyed focus on the economy, and we are taking decisions and making sure we monitor what is going on.
A laser-eyed focus on the economy. You know what a laser is? It's a laser-eyed focus on the economy, and they meet on a daily basis without fail. And they even had one who was voted at some point the overall best, who is the vice chairman. And who was the chairman? It is Dr. Bawumia. So all those people who are trying suddenly now to make us believe that Dr. Bawumia had no authority, he himself, they said nothing convicts a man faster than his own words. Dr. Bawumia says that they together, as he under him as chairman, and together they have a lesser-eyed focus on the economy, or the lesser-eyed focus, the 10 beans. Because we need to feel that lesser-eyed focus. We need to feel that every week when the economic management team meets, there's some result that is coming out of it. So far, what we have done, we have broken our own record of not going to the IMF. We have broken our own record of not giving people a haircut, because we said there will be no haircut. We know that it was the highest level of perfidy. We know that we said that we wouldn't extend the IMF program. We extended it. We know that we said we won't go back to the IMF. We know that it's perfidy as well. We have gone to the IMF. So many other things. And yesterday I told you something, that it appears that the government now wants to fix certain things, but because they have given too many excuses, blamed everybody else but themselves, and failed to take responsibility, they are finding it difficult. In the past, our vice president would have organized lectures. Where is our vice president? Fuel prices will go up marginally. We're learning from the business news. So what happened to the gold for oil and gold and cash for oil, which was novel? Play for me again the video of the vice president who was wearing batakari and telling her how we will get jobs. Play that video for me.
And grow, and we will have jobs and jobs and jobs. This is the economy of Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, and the economy is going to grow and grow and grow, and we will have jobs and jobs and jobs. This is the economy of Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, and
so the economy is supposed to grow and grow and grow, and there's supposed to be jobs and jobs and jobs. But are you continue to be unemployed? Is the economy growing in reality? Because in the past, we had people who told us that our pockets are enough to broadcast to us. And we have blamed everybody. We have blamed the opposition. We have blamed COVID. We have blamed Russia. We have blamed Ukraine. The government up until now has not taken up any portion of the blame. For them, they are blameless. Everybody else is guilty but themselves. And that I want Dr. Bawumia to come and tell us, because when he mentioned that 2 million jobs have been created, people were fact-checking him and asking questions. If 2 million jobs have indeed been created, and then yet you still have people going around looking for jobs, there's a problem somewhere. Play the last video of Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. There was a young, brilliant school child who asked Nana Addo a question. He says, why did you choose Dr. Bawumia as your running mate? And this will be after 3 years after the president has refused. This will be the 4th year that the president has refused to meet the press. President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, he has failed and refused to meet the press, to organize a meet the press, because he cannot stand the questions that the press will ask him. He does not have answers to the questions that the press will ask him, and he may get angry. Or he may, or maybe he has treated us like the people of a Kufi. Because when we come, some of the questions that we ask them, he finds them offensive. The questions of accountability, he finds them offensive. And he will wear his emotions on his sleeves. So he's not happy about it. Find a schoolgirl video for me and play the video for me.
Of all people, did you choose Dr. Bawumia as your vice president?
Of all the Bawumia as my vice president. Oh goodness, those are many, many questions. But I think you're aware of our country in terms of the balance, people from the south, people from the north. I think that for the unity of the country, it is good that we have a leadership where northerners and southerners are together so that the country can remain united. He's from the north, and I wanted somebody from the north to partner me for the elections and then for the governance. He's also a very clever man, and I needed his brains to help me govern the country effectively. And he's an honest person. He speaks honestly to you. He's not one of those people who you have to guess what they're trying to say. he will say what he has to say very directly. And I like that. I prefer to deal with people who are also very direct in what they say. But these are some of the reasons why I chose Dr. Bawumia to be my wife.
So the president was emphatic. He told the school children, the future of our country, that he needed Dr. Bawumia's brains to govern because he's an intelligent man. Now the country stands in need of intelligence, and we can't find our vice president. Is it not strange that the vice president now says that he will be his own man, he has a fresh idea? We have given your boss a contract. Your boss has picked you as a subcontractor. The contract we gave you has not been completed. The contract is suffering. You have left a subcontractor, and you are now talking about you having your own mind to start your own contract. But have you forgotten that if you were going to get a new contract, it is going to be based on the achievements or the results that you had from the previous contract, which is yet to be finished? You have about 9 months and more to finish the contract that we gave you. You have not finished it. We can't find you. You are talking about you being your own man. You are talking about the fact that it wasn't me, I wasn't involved. But the man who picked you said he picked you because he knows you worked at the Bank of Ghana. You knew where the cash was. He knows that you are very intelligent man, and he needed your brains to govern. Now we need brains to show, and we are not finding you, Mr. Vice President. Where are you hiding? Please put the Vice President picture up, last one for me. Let's ask, if you know where the Vice President is, please ask where he is, because we need the leader of our economic management team at this point. We need him to explain to us why gold for oil, for example, is still there, but we still see the fuel prices go up. We need him to tell us where, as a net exporter of crude oil, when we export and there's the rise on the global market, where the windfall goes. We need him to tell us what happened to the dollar that was arrested, key what was given to the former IGP Apietu. What has the dollar broken? We need him to explain some of the things to us. I mean, we need him to, at least within this period, answer the questions that he gave to the late Vice President Mr. Atta, which he didn't answer, which he left. Now he's gone to those answers and those questions that he put up. If we got the answers to them, I'm sure we'll be out of this quagmire. So we want our Vice President. We want to see him. We need to see our Vice President. Where is our Vice President hiding? It's a question that we must ask. Where is our Vice President hiding?
Some years back, the finance minister, Ken Oforiatta, Eddie and Sembi Ebetu just say, in the public sector, no, any idea government, bet me absorb a graduate, and I say, obey me, I employ Ghana for a more school or more qualification to work in the public sector. And then on Johnnie Hughes, Eddie expose be Ebetu Jaya or the list of some retirees via or more extended or more contracts. Yeah, what I say, Anka and way, and I said this group of people no go bet my coffee. Nanka or more this opportunity no, I employ a new graduates ama omo ejuma na omo just ejuma ni Ghana name they are extending the contract of retirees. Now the condition I just obetuma extended the contract of retirees no just say obibia ni ho a obetimi abeshe retirees na ma eno na obetimi extended contract no na Johnnie Hughes ebisa say enti obibiara ni Ghana and I say graduate bia ni Ghana ya obetimi ahye retirees yi anama na yentie sane Johnnie Hughes e kan say.
Away from this quickly, there's a few pictures I'll show you, and then I'll show you a letter. Please just put the pictures up. I'll say their names and then we'll go on. So this is the famous Reverend Lal'achecijh, and he's a man of God. He's a man of God. He was asked at the Public Accounts Committee when he turned 60. He couldn't answer that question under oath, and I'm sure that he swore by the Bible to speak the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. He is supposed to be on a contract extension because he is an Oluman. After 60, you'll be old man. Jackman says you should go home and hobnob with your grandchildren. So he's at the GRA. At least we know that if he goes home, there could be one more person that will move up, then one more person who could be employed at the GRA. Let's see the second one. This is Reverend Lal'achecijh, GRA boss. Let's see the next picture, please. The next picture is Mr. Lal'achecijh. He is the Controller General of Immigration. He's also an old man. He has gone past 60, but he's still at post. What it means is that if he moves away, we will get one more person. So Controller General, I've showed you. So you see how it's connected. GRA boss, retiree, Controller General, Immigration, retiree. National Theatre, Big Emmy, she's also a retiree, but she's still at post. And then there is also another one. There's the Chief Fire Officer. He is also a retiree and is still at post. Chief Fire Officer Kuno, he's a retiree and is also at post. Then there's Dr. Ligibam of ICO. He's also a retiree and is still at post. So let's go over the pictures one more time quickly. No, 2 minutes, I beg you. Let's go over the picture one more time quickly, because there's something quickly that I want to. So these are the individuals, 5 of them, and I decided to do a gang of 5 today for good reason. I'll explain to you in just 2 minutes and we'll go. A gang of 5. Let the retirees go and let the young grow. Let the retirees go and let the young grow, because it is painful to tell young people that there are no jobs and you find retirees getting contract extensions. Pull that letter from Abna, sorry for me, the 5th of August 2022. It was this same Abna Asari, Deputy Finance Minister, who signed this letter on the 5th of August 2022, who was sitting by Reverend Amishadai at the Public Accounts Committee and asking if the question about the age was a public interest thing. She was quiet when Domelevo was being hounded out of office, even before he turned 60, according to Domelevo. So this was the letter that was written, 5th. That's why I chose the gang of 5, that there will be no contract extension. Pick for me the letter from the National Theatre. It is expressive enough. This was on the 5th of August 2022. This is dated the 24th of December 2023. So while you were busy complaining that you were not getting money to buy rice and oil and chicken and all of that in December, somebody was being announced as giving contract extension. Now read the last paragraph. It said the extension takes effect 5th October 2022 to 4th October 2024. So 5th August 2022, we told ourselves by our finance minister's deputy, Abna Asari, that we were not going to give contract extension to any retiree at all. 2 months down the line, August, September, October, 5th, 2 months, we had signed that we had given the National Theatre boss a contract. And when I look at it, I find the contract extension so insulting to all the professionals, because the rule that says that contract extension should be granted is that when the expertise of those people are in short supply. Is Reverend Amishadai the only one qualified to be at the GRA at the helm of affairs? Is Kwame Esuatechi the only one qualified to be at the helm of affairs at the Immigration Service? Is Mr. Kuno the only one qualified to be at the helm of affairs of the Ghana National Fire Service?
I'm in the PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal le Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.